Hello, everybody. Happy G.I. Joe Day is hopefully the time it is when this video is uploaded. Um, this is the G.I. Joe Classified Series number 48 Zarana figure, and I love this thing. It's really good. Before we get to that, I want to take a look at this box art here because I really enjoy it. Of course, clear packaging, 48 on the side, all these things that mean things. I don't know. I found a list that tells you all what they mean, but frankly, I don't know. This nice image of all the figures that have come out at this point in the line. On the side here, some really nice artwork of Zarana. I wish I knew who did this because I love the art. I think it's really good. It captures like a kind of frenetic, fun energy, kind of crazy with those eyes that fits Zarana very well. But ignoring that packaging, taking a look at the figure herself, she looks really solid. I really, really like this Zarana. Zarana, obviously the sister of Zartan and Xandar. Xandar we do not have yet, but we do have a Zartan. And just revealed today, I don't know if you guys saw, Torch. So we have all of the classic Dreadnoks now. The Zartan, Torch, Buzzer, Ripper, and here we have Zarana. And Zarana, she was added in the 86 line of the toys alongside many classic characters like Beachhead, Mainframe, and Sergeant Slaughter, of course. We don't have a Mainframe yet, which I do hope we get a Mainframe soon because one of her better episodes that she appeared in was an episode where she pretended to be a Joe and her and Zarana had a thing. I mean, her and a Mainframe had a thing, and I would love to get a Mainframe figure to go along with that. That would be really good. But this figure itself, sculpting wise, molding wise, is really solid. It's one of the better ones that they've made. I really like the angry, scowling face she has. Very, very high cheekbones. I like the painting of the eyes, the very severe eyebrows, very intense. This piece comes off because you can put a different hairpiece on. I'll show that in a minute. The very, very bright pink and the up to the elbow sleeves here. It really stands out if you compare her to other Joes or other G.I. Joe characters, especially members of Cobra. She really stands out, which is really nice. I like that when characters are unique and they stand out more than the other figures in the line. And this one really does stand out quite a lot. There's some nice sculpting work on her abs here, which, by the way, there's no ab crunch, but there is a ball joint here. So you get, like, it doesn't mess up those sculpting, which looks really nice. It doesn't mess up the sculpt, which is really nice. This is an overlay alongside the elbow pads here. But the sleeves here are not. There is, of course, the knife here that is attached to her belt. Cool wallet chain. I guess she's I don't know, punker from the mid 80s. But this knife does actually come out of the sheath. So it's a very long blade, which is really cool. I think the original toy had that just sculpted on the side. It was not removable. So that's a nice touch. There's rips on her jeans, of course, which reveal, like, what I guess are like pink leggings underneath. There's this like kind of leather strapping here on the inside, which I guess you'd want for, I don't know, riding a motorcycle or something, which is why I had the motorcycle right there. Very, very high knee pads. I like the brown and the black and the mixing of the two. She's even got spurs. So, if you wanted a horse, you could just put that on there. The hair, though, I really love the hair. The hair is wild because it's this like bright pink that then has like an orange shadowing and then like the shaved off sides here. Like a crazy look. I love it. It's really solid. And if you really want to, you can take the hairpiece off and put the alternate hairpiece on, which is her classic hairstyle, which they did not need to include. I will never use this hairpiece because I think it looks really dumb, but it is accurate to the original toy, which is a really nice touch. So if you want that, that's totally an option for you. I will warn you, though, when you're taking it off, it's a lot like the Lady J figure. When you take it off, mine's sitting real tight. I don't know if it's just mine, but the mold on here kind of bends inward on the sideburns. So when you put it in, it has a tendency to want to just kind of press down on itself. So to avoid that, you just want to make sure that when you're doing it, you press those out to the side first. I'll tell you what, I gotta fix my camera stand because it keeps falling down. But articulation-wise, she has a ball joint here at the head, goes side to side, up and down, like so. There's a ball here at the bottom of the neck as well, which is kind of hard to move, but you can move it if you need to. I haven't really felt the need to. There are butterfly joints in here. Now, one thing I want to point out is there are butterfly joints in here, and there's obviously a swivel here at the upper bicep. Mine, however, her arm falls out a lot. That might be just an issue for me, but the arms do not like to stay in. Specifically, this arm does not like to stay in. So I honestly can't do a lot articulation wise with this one without like pressing up real far because it'll just start to want to pop out on its own. Double jointed elbows here, of course. There's a lot of paint scuffing on the back here, which sucks. So when you want to turn the joints here at the shoulder, you really want to do it here, and you can hear the creaking because there's the plastic on in here, and it just does not want to move. And I don't see a way that they could have done this better. I think this really is their best option, but still, it's irritating. But you know, I get it. It's for the sculpt. It's for the design. I get it. I'm willing to make a sacrifice for that if it looks real good. Double jointed elbows, like I said, of course. Both pinless, really nice. Both hands, I believe, are an up and down. Oh no, sorry. The right hand is an up and down hinge with a swivel here, of course, and then the left hand goes back and forth with a swivel, of course. Both cool fingerless gloves, by the way. The ab crunch, not ab crunch, but the ball joint, like I said earlier, can look up that far, look back that far. She can look back real far and look down real far also. But it does kind of make her pop out of her pants, so it looks a little odd. But drop down hips, of course, it is a Joe figure. So, you know, whatever you want to do with that. Can't really do like a split that far on this leg because it'll get in the way of the knife. But there's a swivel here at the, oh boy, at the top of the leg, but it is hard to get. Mine, it's real stiff on this leg especially. So I don't know, that might just be me, but it just does not want to do that. There is, of course, double jointed knees, pinless as well. Again, the drop down hips really get in the way of doing that, but that might just be me. I might just not like it. There's a swivel here at the upper calf, and a up and down for the feet, and a forward-facing pin for the rocker. So that's your articulation for your Zarana. And here are the accessories for your Zarana. Starting off here with this, I guess like a 1,000-degree knife or something. No, it's a heated blade, which actually sheaths into the backpack here, which I'll show you in a minute. But it is a really cool design. It reminds me of a weapon from Fallout, like one of the Rippers, which are like the handheld chainsaws. Makes sense for the Dreadnoks that she would have this. I probably will never have her use it because I like her gun too much, which I will point out here in a minute. But yeah, this is nice here. Really cool sculpt work, and like I said with the backpack, if you take it, this backpack is pretty cool designed. It's kind of thin, but I get why, because it's mostly only here, so that way you can slide that into the backpack, so it sits there. Again, very nice because, you know, the Joe's figures, at least, are really good about making sure that all of your accessories can be held onto your figure without having them loose in like a bin or a bag or something, which I really, really appreciate. As for her main weapon, this is really cool. I don't know how many of you guys have played Gears of War, but this looks like the Lancer from Gears of War, like a highly modified version of that. This is obviously referencing the original toy gun, which was basically just a big tube that had a chainsaw at the end of it. But this is nice. This appears to be just like a kind of standard AR that has been then has a chainsaw attached to the bottom of it with its own little handle as well, which is really cool. I really, really like this. It fits Zarana super well. It fits the Dreadnoks super well, so it would go well along with all of them. And of course, as it is a Joe weapon, the magazine is removable. So yeah, there's that, of course. And this right here is the knife that she comes with, which I did show a little bit ago. I really like this knife. It's very simple. It's a very simple knife, but I really like it. It's very long for the Joes. It's almost it's more of a dagger, I'd say. It is a dagger, like a sacrificial dagger. But it works really well. But I'll probably just keep it in her sheath again because again, I like this gun too much for her to not hold it at all times. This is the hairpiece, of course, the one that is the classic toy version, which I don't like and I think looks really dumb. But hey, you know, somebody's going to like that. Somebody's going to appreciate the fact that they put that in there. So it'll make somebody happy, and that's all that matters really. But for me, it's going to be this one on her head at all times because I think the scruff, I think how kind of unkempt and dirty it looks, and the shaved off sideburns, how that makes sense for Zarana. That's what'll be on mine for good. So yeah, those are the accessories. Now, as for size comparison, along with some of the Joes, I have to start off here, of course, with Buzzer, the only other Dreadnought I have as of yet. I will get the rest, though. But, man, he looks super good. The Dreadnoughts look really solid coming together. I'm holding his foot here because he's very top-heavy, I've learned. But he looks really solid, especially next to Zarana. They look great together, and I can't wait to get the rest of them. Here she is next to a fellow 86 Joe, Sergeant Slaughter himself, and man, that is a big height difference there, but they both look super solid right next to each other. Here she is next to a figure of my most recent review. We have Crimson Strike Team Zaymot. They again look really good together. But pairing her next to like the Crimson Twins over like other Cobra characters. Here's another one right here. There's the regular Zaymot. They look really solid together because they're both just absurd looking design wise that it matches super well. Comparing these odd designs. And here she is next to my next review of the Crimson Cobra Bat. Really solid. I really like this Cobra Bat as well. I'm gonna get that video as soon as I can, but really good. So there she is, number 48 of the G.I. Joe classified line, Zarana. And I really like this figure. I really like it. Happy G.I. Joe Day. Again, happy G.I. Joe Day. At the time of filming this, like I said, the Torch figure has been revealed, a Doc figure, a 2-pack of Roadblock, and who is it? Who's it? Is it Minefield? Is that him? The Minesweeper Joe in their Tiger Force colors, which looks really cool. So yeah, happy GI Joe Day. You know, watch Renegades, Resolute, watch Retaliation, many of the other Joe products that start with R, or just go back and watch the 80s cartoon. Do whatever you want to do. But yeah, enjoy yourself today, and I will see you next time. I hope you liked, commented, subscribed, everything that need to be done in order for me to continue making these videos that I love to make on this channel. So yeah, I'll see you next time. Yo, Joe.